What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, today we're looking at a beer from Kalamazoo, Michigan. This comes from the Boatyard Brewing Company. This is their Kalamazoo Cream Ale. This beer comes in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. Do not know the IBUs on this beer, although Untapped said it was 19. Don't know if that's true, although they did have the wrong ABV on there. They said 4.6 on the can here. It clearly says 4.5%. There's been no YouTube videos for this beer, so this is the first amateur review, like myself, on YouTube for this beer. There wasn't really a whole lot on Untapped or Beer Advocate or even Rate Beer. I even went to Rate Beer to kind of see what they thought about it. Right around B- to the B scale on a 5-point scale. I usually put anywhere in the 3 range to be a B and in the 4 range to be an A, kind of a little bit of a slighted score to there, but usually it's around a B. Usually a 3, anywhere in the 3 range, usually a B beer. Untapped, I believe, had it at 3.35, and Beer Advocate had it at 3.17. So B-, B right there. I think Untapped is giving it right to the lower edge of the B range, but I don't know, guys. We're going to go ahead and see what this beer brings to the table. A lot of them said that this beer is overcarbonated. They thought it was overcarbonated, so on the pour, we're really not going to give it an aggressive pour, kind of like the last one I did of their IPA. I can't remember which one it was, but I know it was an IPA. That one was kind of overcarbonated when I gave it an aggressive pour. This one I am not. I'm just going to kind of slowly pour this one in. I might tip the glass here a little bit to give it a good pour. So, guys, I don't want to get into too much on this. I paid $2.99 for this beer at Horrocks in Lansing, Michigan. There it is right there. Commercial description on the back here says, this recipe consists over 5 different malts, flaked maize, and flaked barley to keep the flavor mild but complex. Lactose was added to produce a great mouthfeel and a creamy head. The result is a light beer with a flavor perfect for hot summer days. Like I said, 4.5% alcohol by volume. These guys, like I said, are out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. I have their mission statement here. I'll go ahead and read it. It's not very long. Boatyard Brewing Company is on a journey to create superb craft beers through the exploration of artistic fermentations. So, guys, I've had the Boatyard before. The first one I thought was pretty tasty, but like I said, overcarbonated. Got my my tablets going off like mad here. But, guys, we're going to go ahead and see what this Kalamazoo Cream Ale brings to the table. Like I said, it's a cream ale, 4.5%, in a pint can. So let's quit babbling. Let's start pouring. Let's see what it's got. All right, beer's staying in the can right now. Let's go ahead and give it, I'm not going to give it an aggressive pour, so I'm going to turn it here to the side here a little bit. Let's stand it up here, see if we can generate some head. Got my neighbor mowing lawn. I don't know if you can pick it up or not. There we go. We'll leave it right to there. All right, this one doesn't seem to be overcarbonated, although I didn't give it an aggressive pour, like I said. All right, guys, for standing from putting it right here, the presentation is a white, soapy head. Small bubbles on the top, small around the side. A little bit more than a 2-finger head pour. It looks a little bit hazy, but as I bring it back to the light, there's a little bit of haze, not a whole lot. It looks pretty much to the clear style beer. It kind of looks like your Molson or Bud Molson Coors, Pabst Molson Labatt style. I'm getting some carbonation bubbles in my general glassware glass. I just picked it out, guys. As you guys know, if you guys seen my videos, I'm not real picky on my glassware. Yeah, it looks kind of maybe to the lager category or possibly even to the malt liquor category. Let's see what the aroma is, guys, all right? All right, I'm getting some lemon notes. Ooh, I'm picking up some the maltiness from the beer. Possibly the lactose I'm smelling here, too. It's kind of a little sugary. Just a teeny tiny bit sugary, so a little bit of sweetness. A couple of people were saying that it's that it has a bready note. I am getting bready. Some people are calling it crackers. I'm getting more of a kind of a bready style note. Some people were also saying wheat in the descriptions. I'm not getting wheat either. In the written descriptions, by the way. Yeah, that's kind of really all I'm getting. I'm getting some breadiness. I'm getting some sweetness. You can smell the kind of the lactose that they put in there. Kind of a little bit of sweet. A sugary style, and I'm kind of getting some lemon. All right, guys, let's go to the taste. All right, guys, let's see what it gets. Bottoms up. Cheers, guys. Carbonation burn for sure. I'm also getting There's a little bit of a hoppy presence on this beer. You can taste the hops. I'm guessing that it's a hop resin because I'm getting some. Now, when I say the hop resin, I'm kind of getting a little bit of a chalky taste. Kind of goes along with the resin style hops they put in it. I don't know if it's the hop oil or kind of what they do in here, but I'm getting that. Picking up a little bit of a lemon flavor. It is a little bit bitter. But I can honestly say it's probably not to the 19 IBUs, which Untapped has it at. I can't, from just the hoppiness and the resining that I'm getting, I don't think it's to that area. Mouthfeel is a little on the medium side for a 4.5%. It's probably coming from the lactose. It's giving it a little bit of body to me. Yeah, that's kind of maybe some breadiness to it. Some biscuity breadiness. Some people call it crackers. I'm getting kind of more of a bread biscuity note. Kind of like if you, at least over here in the States, we call biscuits a little bit different than they do in other parts of the world. I kind of look at it as a McDonald's biscuit. If you grab it and you bite into it and you taste it, that's kind of the biscuit flavor that I'm getting. Yeasty, maybe. That may be it. A couple of other people are saying there was a couple banana notes and other stuff to it. I am not getting that at all. Decent beer. I will say that. A very decent beer. Is it to the A category? At least not right now. It's not. But we're going to go ahead and let this warm up. We're going to see where it gets us. I still got some beer in the can. A couple of people said it may be a little bit cloudy when it comes out. So I'm going to do the swish and pour. And then we'll come back and we'll get the final assessment. All right? I'll be right back, guys. Hey, guys. I'm back. Now that it's warmed up, it's okay beer. I'm just going to say it's an alright beer. It's not really anything that's bringing really anything up to the forefront. It's still kind of a very bitter style of beer, even though I didn't say that in my in the previous little previous video, but I'm getting a little bit more bitterness from the beer, and I don't know where that's really coming from. Getting a bunch of lemon. There's a little bit of bitterness there. More bitterness now than what it was when it was cold. More of the bitterness is coming up. You can taste the hops with it. It's an okay beer. I'm just going to say it's an alright beer. Is it worth the $2.99 price tag? I'm going to leave that up to you, whether you want to try this beer or not. Technically, I don't really think it is. I was just outside here. That's why I got my coat on. I was out doing some work and just got back in. It's I was actually out in my barn. It's about 10 o'clock right now, so it's been a couple of hours. And I've been kind of sipping on it here and there, and just poured the last of it. But it's okay. I'm just gonna say it's all right. Let's get the final chug in. And I'll give my final assessment. Cheers, guys. A little bit of lemon, a little bit of hops. Like I said, it's a little bit more bitter now that it's warmed up. You get a little bit of the earthy style hops too, along with the bitterness. So I'm just gonna say it right now. I think it's about a B- beer. I'm gonna give it about an 80. Doesn't bring much to the table. I poured the rest of it in kind of aggressively. There's a bunch of head that came up before I hit the record button. The lacing retention's pretty good. Just not a beer that I would probably pick up again personally, but I'm going to let you guys figure out whether you guys want to purchase this beer at a 16 ounce for about $3. Yeah, like I said, it's decent. It's really not anything over the top or something that's really to me that I would purchase again, really, and especially at $3. I found it and I said, Boatyard's kind of an okay beer, but this one just really didn't do it for me, guys. I could see why it gets low scores on Beer Advocate and Untapped. It's an okay beer. It's good to try once, and we're probably going to want to go on to something else. If they can bring the bitterness down a little bit, they claim it has a little pine tree on it, so I'm figuring it has a little pininess to it. I'm not getting any of the pininess or the anything else of the descriptors that I said before I'm getting. I'm mostly getting lemon, a little bit of hops, and some bitterness, and that's pretty much it now that it's warmed up. There's really not a whole, I mean, there's some creaminess to it, being that the lactose is the sugariness and a little bit of sweetness coming from it, but other than that, there's really not a whole lot not coming to this one. So I'm not going to say it's a disappointing beer, but I was hoping for a little bit more, I will say that. But I'm just going to leave it there, guys. So if you guys had the Boatyard Kalamazoo Cream Ale, let me know what you guys think. Would you go ahead and put it down in the comments, and also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, if you've had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys should know my spiel by now. If you're going to drive home drunk, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. You're going to do a stupid sobriety test. Then once he determines that you have been intoxicated, he's going to throw you in the back of a cop car. You're going to get thrown in jail, court fees, and impossible prison time. And guys, if you hit or kill someone on your way back home, you're going to be in the slammer for quite a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is put yourself 6 feet under, and all you've done is hurt your family and friends, all right? Sleep off your buzz, get your car the next day, all right? Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get up to bed here. It's about 10 o'clock. Pretty tired. I got up at about 5:30 this morning, so I'm pretty tired. I'm just going to run right back up to bed, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces, guys. Take care.